some of you guys are going to find yourself facing jail time. I like that thought of these guys going to jail, these judges going to jail, CPS workers going to jail, child collection service workers going to jail. And these two judges got nailed in Pennsylvania. It just did my heart so much good. I thought, oh, God, thank you. There's a little bit of justice in America.
Not much, but it happens.
Not much, but it only happens when there are vigilant people like Philip Berg there in Pennsylvania, when there's people like you, Michael Warnken, that are vigilant and just keep after it, and like Rex Phillips.
Haven't heard of him.
Rex Phillips is from Solvang. He's the guy that kept after Alan Courtney until Alan Courtney got sentenced. Very light sentence, 7 felony convictions. None of them were counted as first strikes. 7. Including perjury, I believe, including embezzlement, I believe, and including forgery. To me, at least 2 of those should have been first strike felonies. He's going to be out in less than 5 years he was sentenced to. But Rex Phillips was vigilant. And if it wasn't for that tough Rex Phillips, Alan Courtney might be out there stealing other people's homestead exemption. And he isn't the worst. That's the key. Alan W. Courtney was not the worst lawyer. The worst lawyer, I think there's 2 and a judge, should be in prison with him. They have yet to be held accountable. But that's a future story. So you're basically saying they don't want to talk about this issue.
They didn't move.
And your judge hasn't ruled yet.
No, but he's got some time. You know, I've looked
but wait a minute, it's been a month.
It's been 3 weeks, and 3 weeks as of Wednesday, and he's still got some time. I've looked into it, so somebody told me 90 days on the high end, but I've got to look through the.
Wasn't he hinting his mind was already kind of made up against you?
Not really. No, he said that
he was kind of hinting.
Well, he started that,
and then he did say, "I want you to change your brief. It's hard to follow your."
No. He said that he was going to look at it again. And I think he's had to take a very long look. I don't get the sense, maybe necessarily, that he looked at it the first time.
He lied. He didn't look at all 1,500 pages.
Well, those are your words, and they're not 15. They're not 1,500 either.
It's a 12-inch
stack.
Yeah,
but a lot of it, you know, beyond the 63 pages in here with the attachments, it's a lot of charts, and the charts are just pictures for the most part. So.
But that one chart in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
That sold me.
Yeah.
We need to reduce the salary to $100 a year.
Yeah.
You serve the people. You not suck out the blood life out of them. You serve them.
What I got to say in court was that I was embarrassed because I could contact the reps in New Hampshire and they actually got back to me.
Yeah.
Whereas my own reps, you know, were basically they have admitted
with certified letters.
Yeah, certified. Yeah,
and they ignored you.
And the opposition has admitted that they have not answered me, and they know it, and they've hired a high-end law firm to defend their right to ignore me. So I mean, you know, and really anybody else, and it was even more funny that they said, you know, well, I'm as equally as damaged as somebody else. Well, that's not really true because if nobody else was trying to contact them, well, they're not really damaged. I tried contacting and they didn't get back to me. And I said the only way that they could prove equal protection is if they claimed that they did nothing for nobody.
People, write your state assemblyman, send them a certified letter or a first-class letter.
With a proof of service.
With a proof of service, and see if you get any kind of response, whether they are totally off topic, ignore you, or just say thank you, go blow.
Well, they have
see if you get any answer.
They have standardized forms, and they have a robotic pen that puts their signature
they didn't
on.
like you bringing that issue up either.
No, they didn't. but the thing of it is they didn't give me that because I asked questions that if you ask a question that's kind of uncomfortable, they'll still give you a letter, we don't agree with you, and you'll get that. But I was saying things like, can you tell us about representation or other issues? They flat out ignored me. And,
they did.
And that's what's just awful. So what does representation mean? Does it mean I pay taxes and you say I have representation, or does it mean we need substantive representation? And that's what I'm arguing. It means these guys sitting on 50 committees, 60 committees, can't do their jobs, obviously aren't investigating. Does that mean representation? Hogwash.
Well, there you had it, people. From Michael Warnken. His website is californiacommonwealth.com. And there are video clips, and there'll be a clip of this will be there also on his website. I urge you to do something to take back control of your government while the bank gangsters are robbing you blind at the federal trough. And the states are stealing children, official government kidnapping by Child Protective Services of kids that don't need to be kidnapped. Even if you spank your child, that should not lead to a kidnapping. If you injure them, then bring criminal charges and let a jury decide. I have gone after hundreds of these cases, never seen one go to a jury trial because they don't want the jury in there. A jury would say, "What's wrong with you, CPS worker? You nutcase." And a lot of them have got that diversity, lifestyle. Do you want people with diversity lifestyle stealing your heterosexually born children? I don't think so. That's why I had to go after Barbara Beck. I don't care what Barbara Beck does with Sarah, whatever her name is, or Diane Hall did with that other female. That's their private business, but they should not be choosing to decide what you do or don't get to do with your children, like keep them, father them, and mother them. That's just simply wrong. There's a lot of wrong things. Michael's giving you a way. I hope you will grab it. You can write letters. You can start documenting what he's already documented. You can't get an answer. And I hope you call the New Hampshire people and ask that Attorney General, why has there been no indictment for the homicide 9 years ago this week?
They got good representation. I should contact them on that one.
Yep. I'm William Wagener for Take Back America, hoping we've given you thoughts on how you can take back America. See you next week. Thanks for being with us.